Christmas is a wonderful time, a season of cheer and joy. Thoughtful reflections of the years past and years ahead. Today is Christmas Eve. Scientists all over the world are finishing up their experiments and collecting their results. Happy with the data they have gathered, they look forward to a restful holiday before returning to the lab to analyse and explain their findings. Christmas for scientists, like most people, is a happy time, except for Dr. Scrooge.
Dr. Scrooge, how's your experiment going? Are you ready for the Christmas break?
Bah humbug! I hate this experiment almost as much as I hate Christmas. Why are you here? Go away! Don't you have some homework to do? Right, let's try this again. Experiment number 210. Oh, curse this experiment, it never works how I want it to. All I want to do is generate hydrogen gas to reuse as a renewable fuel for students in the future and the future generations, but I can't get it to work. Look at it, it's ridiculous.
Good morning, Dr. Scrooge. Any luck with your experiment today?
No, Mr. Cratchit, it's not going well. I need you to come first thing tomorrow morning and try it again for me.
But Professor Scrooge, tomorrow's Christmas Day.
Don't blame me, blame science. It's not my fault I can't get this experiment to work. Now, I would suggest rethinking your career choice. Science is a waste of time. And if you want to carry on working here and get me to sign off your PhD thesis, then you had better come in tomorrow and you'll be missing more Christmas days to come at this rate.
Hi. I'm going to be late home tonight. I've got some bad news. I've got to come into the lab tomorrow morning early. I know I'll miss them opening their presents, but I know it's not my fault Professor Scrooge can't get the experiment to work. But in this case, until I get my own lab and Mr. Scrooge signs my PhD thesis, then we're just going to have to grin and bear it, okay? Okay, right, bye, bye. Let's get to work.
Who's there? Who's there, I say? I'm not afraid of you. I will call the police.
If you be scared of me, Scrooge, you should be scared of yourself. For if you do not change in your ways, you will be doomed.
Wait. I know that voice. Jacob. Jacob Marley, my old laboratory partner. But you're dead.
Yes, I am, Scrooge. I'm here to give you a message. Tonight, you will be visited by 3 ghosts.
3 ghosts. Ha! Don't make me laugh. You're just a figment of my imagination. Too much cheese before bed. Yes, of course.
Think what you will, Scrooge. The first ghost will arrive at the clock of midnight.
Ghosts. Humbug. Too much cheese indeed. Who's that?
It's me!
Me?
No, not you, me!
Who's you?
I'm the ghost of scientist past, Scrooge.
But I thought that was a dream. I must still be dreaming.
No, you weren't dreaming, Scrooge. You've lost your passion for science and I'm here to help you find it. Come with me.
Where are we going?
It's not a matter of where, Scrooge, but when. 1796, England. Who's that, Scrooge? That, Scrooge, is a scientist who, without his invention and his discovery, you probably wouldn't even be alive.
Okay, what did he discover then?
Let's watch and see.
Edward Jenner was a keen bird watcher. He was also a great scientist because he was always asking questions. One question he asked was why milkmaids who caught cowpox from cows never seemed to catch the deadly disease smallpox. He carried out some experiments. He used a small boy called James Phipps and made some deep scratches in his arm. He then rubbed cowpox parts into those scratches. Therefore, giving James cowpox, James became rather ill. However, he soon recovered. After he'd fully recovered, Edward Jenner made more deep scratches in his arm. He then rubbed smallpox parts into those scratches, putting the deadly smallpox virus into young James' body. This could have killed him.
That's so dangerous. Did it kill him?
No, James didn't die. He didn't even get smallpox. His body had become immune to the disease because he was already given a similar cowpox virus.
So Edward Jenner discovered vaccination.
Absolutely right, Scrooge. Edward Jenner did invent vaccinations. Yeah, it was an amazing discovery.
Amazing, but so risky.
Absolutely incredible. See, poor James Phipps could have died if Edward Jenner hadn't got his hypothesis correct, but it turned out to be right. And since vaccinations have saved millions upon billions of lives. Come, Scrooge, we have another place to go.
Where are we now?
France, 1772.
Who's he?
That, Scrooge, is one of the most famous scientists of all time. It's the man who invented chemistry as a science. It's Antoine Lavoisier. He's 26 years old and he's just been elected to the French Academy of Sciences, which is a fantastic achievement considering his age. Let's go over and watch him carry out some experiments.
Will you see it?
No, you won't see us. We're just observers of scientific history here.
Well, here I am, 26 years old, the greatest chemist in France. Well, when you have reached the top, what more is there to do? Well, I suppose I should do some work. I have been working on the color, the chemistry of color. May I ask, can you see any color here? Well, perhaps I shall do some chemistry and mix some chemicals together, and we shall see. If I could request, if you see a change in color, would you mind calling out the change? I would like you to observe. This is what scientists do. This is clearly a transparent liquid. What can you see? What is the color? Purple. I wonder if I could mix some more chemicals and I shall see what happens. The essence of chemistry is to observe. Let us see what happens. Voila! What can you see? Can you see a change in the color? Can you see a change?
Oui.
Bon, merci. Well, as you know, being the greatest chemist is all very well. Unfortunately, there's no point being the greatest unless you have some assistant to look up to you. Perhaps I could take an assistant from the audience tonight. Put your hand up if you wish to be an assistant. I say to young man, come and join me. Could you tell me what is your name? Dylan. I should call you Dylan. Is that okay? Okay. I need an apron for you. I think if you're going to be my assistant, then you need to be safe, yeah?
Now then, Dylan, I should give you some instructions. I expect you to carry them out to the letter. Do not deviate. Do exactly as I say.
If I have some goggles, they should be over here. As you know, plastic was invented in the 16th century. You are the perfect assistant. I love it. I think you are going to be great. Perhaps you one day will be as great as me. Possibly. I'm going to ask you now. I shall give you a bottle of chemicals. I'd like you to turn face this way. And you put your hand. And the other. Hold this like that. Like that. Are you okay? Okay, Devon. This is a very important experiment. I expect you to get it right, exactly as I said. As you know, we are working on color, and as I mix these liquids together, I expect them to stay exactly as they are. Is that clear? Do not do anything. Are you okay, Dana? Okay. Do not move a muscle. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy to become the greatest. It is not easy to be French either. Two combinations mean I can honestly say to you, what have you done? Sacre bleu, what have you done? Did you do something? What have you done to my experiment? Sacre bleu, let's do this again. This time, do not let me down. Hold the flask. It is not easy being great, is it? No, no. Are you the greatest? No, me. Do not do anything to my experiment, Dylan, otherwise I shall sack you. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, once I am watching him very closely to see what he is doing. Do not think for a moment. What have you done? Dylan, it is with great regret. I'm sorry, your position as assistant to the greatest chemist in France will have to be terminated. I'm sorry. Please, return to your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have a round of applause for Dylan? As you know, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes one cannot get the staff. It is not easy. However, when one is as great as Antoine Lavoisier, one must work alone. I have been working for some time on fireworks. Is anyone in here interested in fireworks? It is a little bit dangerous in here, but being the greatest, I'm sure we'll be okay with this. All the greatest experiments begin with observations. Allow me to ask you, tell me and look what you see. Not bad for indoors. I think I could have some improvements, but as a great scientist, I shall write up my observations.
Faraday was an amazing chemist as he helped to establish it as a main branch of science. However, his political followings ultimately brought his life to an untimely end, as he found himself on the wrong side of the French Revolution and lost his head in the guillotine.
Amazing, eh, Scrooge? Unfortunately, we have to leave. We've got one more stop to make.
I know who that is. It's Michael Faraday.
Absolutely right, Scrooge. It is Michael Faraday, one of the greatest physicists ever to have lived. That's his nephew next to him. It's 1821, and we're at the Royal Institution in London. Faraday is about to carry out a monumental experiment that turns history on its head.
Okay, let's try. It works! Nephew, it works! It works, it works, it works! This is brilliant, the electric motor! Do you know what this means? There's so many possibilities for us! Yes!
Faraday has just invented the world's first electric motor. This simple little device gave rise to so many things, Scrooge. It gave rise to computers, the Industrial Revolution, the car, hairdryers.
That's amazing. But what's that next to it?
That, Scrooge, is a Van de Graaff generator. He's about to let his nephew have a go at it. Watch.
What's that? That, nephew, is called a Van de Graaff generator. Let's put you on it. Hop on here. Hands on. Brilliant. Now, if you give your hair a little bit of a shake, something funny might start to happen. Okay? Now what's happening here is a charge is building up on this metal dome, and it's a negative charge. And if you imagined putting two magnets together, say two north poles, it would repel. And exactly the same thing is happening to your hair nephew. Okay, the two charges, they're the same, are repelling each other away. Your hair wants to get as far away from each other as humanly possible. I think it suits you, actually. Perhaps we should all get mini Van de Graaff generators and carry them around with us. What do you think? Now, to safely get off, one hand here, please. And on the other side of the table. There we go. Brilliant. No static shocks for anyone. But this is really more important.
Michael Faraday didn't invent the Van de Graaff generator. However, he used the same idea to build a Faraday cage. He also invented many more things which helped make our modern lives possible. The generator, the transformer, and the first to understand electromagnetic waves, which give rise to TV, radio, mobile phones, and Wi-Fi.
It's amazing, Scrooge. Inspirational. I could stay all day and watch Michael Faraday at work, but unfortunately, our time together has come to an end. I must pass you on. Let's go.
Was it a dream? It was so real. Who's that? Who's there, I say?
I am the spirited scientist today. I am going to show you all the amazing scientists that are here.
Oh, humbug. There's no amazing scientists alive today.
Oh, let's see, shall we?
Where are we now?
It's winter, 1953.
1953. That's not the present.
Yeah, but it is the recent past. And to be fair, we are about to watch one of the most important discoveries that was the driving force behind many discoveries in the 21st century.
Who's she?
That's Rosalind Franklin, and she has in her hands the very first picture of DNA.
But that's such an important discovery, and yet I've never even heard her name.
Yeah, you're about to find out why.
What have you got there, Rosalind?
It's an X-ray crystallography picture of what I believe is the structure of DNA. Wow, that's amazing. We're looking at too. You wrote a picture. Of course, aiming to help advance the world's scientific knowledge.
Thank you so much. We'll make sure we credit you for the picture. Finally, we have done it. We now understand the structure of DNA.
We have to publish our work as soon as possible.
Yes, this discovery will open many new future doors to future research, like solving crimes, cloning, and curing diseases.
Let's get started writing about our amazing discovery.
But what about Rosalind?
So they never even gave her credit for her work?
No, they never did.
It's a terrible way to treat your fellow scientists.
It is. Have you ever thought about how you treat your fellow scientists? Like Bob Cratchit?
But he's my student.
Yeah, he is your student. But he's also a fellow scientist, and more importantly, a human being. Come, Scrooge, we have more to see. Where are we now? This is Cambridge University, 1966. That man there, that's Stephen Hawking, and he is about to give his PhD thesis to his professors.
So, what is a black hole? Well, I've spent a long time working on this, and I'm happy to tell you that I have a solution to this question. What is a black hole? Well, think about your nearest star. Like this balloon. If this balloon were like our sun, the nearest star, as it goes to the end of its life, it will begin to expand. And it will change colour a little bit, and eventually the fuel that drives the sun is going to run out. So this star will expand to such a state that there is no more fuel to keep it up, to keep the size that it is. And if you consider that our star is just one of many, many billions, and there are many that are considerably larger. In fact, if you think of a giant star, once it reaches the end of its life, the giant star will explode. And when there is no more fuel, the only force that is left for that star is the force of gravity. The mass that makes up the star will collapse. And we call this a supernova. Now the mass of the star collapses in upon itself until we find we have a tiny, infinitesimally small region of space and time around which light cannot escape. So, can we ever observe a black hole? Well, no, because light cannot escape. Only if you look into space, you might see some distortion around it. You might see space and time are warped, but you cannot see the black hole itself. So the question, I suppose, is what would happen if you approached a black hole? Well, what would happen if we threw a clock into a black hole? Let's say we hold clock A.
1, 2, 3,
and time
4,
for
5,
the clock
6, 7,
slows
8, 9,
down
10, 11,
until
12, 13, 14,
time itself
15.
stops. And the light that comes from the clock will appear to be red because light itself has been stretched out so much. And then I suppose you might consider what would happen if a human being went near a black hole. Well, let's suppose an astronaut was foolish enough to approach one of these things. His feet would be stretched more than his head, as The force of gravity stretched and stretched and pulled him until he was ripped to shreds. So our poor, unfortunate astronaut would be ripped for all space and all time in a black hole.
Amazing. Isn't it just? Professor Stephen Hawking is still working on his black hole theories today in 2015.
We've got to go, haven't we?
He also had to overcome fantastic personal adversaries, obstacles. Can you say the same thing? So, let's go see someone.
Spirit, I know you're there. I'm ready for the final vision. Take me, Spirit, I'm ready. Where are we? The school. What's that? Oh, future, of course. These students are supposed to help me complete my experiment. Would anyone like to come help me? You two. You two. And you. See, one from the back. Go on, come here. I need you all to get an apron and a set of goggles on. Mind the candles, okay? Do you want to come around here so everyone can see you? How this works is in a minute you've each got to take a stick of magnesium and you're going to pop it in your test tube. See, it starts to fizz. That's the hydrogen being released. Now, it's going to get very warm and I need you to hold on tight because I'm going to come along with my flame. Hold. See? Now, I want you guys to have a go. Yeah? Each going to take one. Hydrogen. Has everyone got one? You haven't got one. Right, can you each take a stick of magnesium and pop it in your thing? You got it? Ready? Hold tight, yeah? good, everyone. Now, could you all be amazing and pop your test tubes back in the test tube? You can go sit down now. You've been very helpful, thank you. So these young scientists just helped me generate hydrogen gas. Of course, that's what I needed. That's the stuff I need for my experiment. I was just too negative to see it before. Spirit, take me home. Oh, I'm back. I'm home. Thank goodness. Right, I need to get to my lab. Spirits, thank you so much. How can I ever thank you? I know. What day is it today?
Today is Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. Thank goodness. Thank you, spirits. You're late. This is unacceptable.
But Dr. Scrooge, today's Christmas Day. I want to see the kids open their presents.
Yes, I'm sure you did, Bob. And for that, I'm going to give you the rest of the holiday season off.
But, Professor,
I'm so annoyed with you that I'm going to give you your PhD thesis and sign it off and recommend you for a full-time position at this laboratory.
wait, what?
Merry Christmas, Cratchit. Go home to your family.
What about the experiment?
I had a dream.
How did you do? Why, thank you. Professor,
Which is that? You'd like to invite me for Christmas dinner? That would be fabulous, Bob. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Right. Let's get this laboratory feeling Christmas. This is our laboratory, chemistry. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Scrooge became famous for her discovery of hydrogen gas production as a new fuel. She was true to her word and joined Bob and his family for Christmas dinner, and Bob worked with Scrooge on many more amazing scientific discoveries. So this Christmas, think back to all the scientists whose work, sacrifice, and discoveries have improved their lives so much, and think of the future and what amazing discoveries still yet to be made, perhaps by you. Finished.
Thank you so much. I just another big round of applause for my amazing students who helped us out this year. had a 3-week turnaround on rehearsal time for this show, so to put it together like that, and especially for some of them who had a lot of lines to learn them that well, absolutely fantastic. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to my science department, who, this is completely voluntary, I talk them into this every year and they glare at me and give me evil stares all the time, but I'd like to then come out please and give them another round of applause because they are amazing. And if she would like to come out, my technician, who puts together all the practical work for us in lessons, but also put together all the practicals for each rehearsal and for tonight as well. She's going to kill me tomorrow. So, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something about some of the famous scientists that have improved our lives and made our Christmas so spectacular. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and hope to see some of you young children in our science labs in the future. Good night.